Are you a gamer, photo editor, or a remote worker? This video is definitely for you, so don't go anywhere. It looks like the remote jobs are currently trending. What's better than working from home with a good, sleeky laptop like Lenovo IdeaPad or maybe a MacBook with an incredible extra screen for high productivity? Not to leave out the gamers. Welcome to this channel. Keep watching for a detailed evaluation of the DUEX Pro monitor in this video. While watching this video, you can subscribe to this channel, like it, and share it. The DUEX Plus is one of Mobile Pixel's 3 portable displays, and it's a fairly unique device with a very fascinating idea behind it. It was produced with the support of a successful crowdfunding effort, as with any unusual or unusually designed product, because the manufacturer intended to improve on the existing notion of a portable monitor. That's how they devised the magnetic slider frame, which magnetically attaches to the back of your laptop and allows you to slide the display in and out as if it were a part of the laptop itself. It appears to function properly, which is commendable. But what about the display's quality? There was also a look at the laptop monitor, which has the same resolution but a much smaller screen, 13.3 inches. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also share your comments below. And it appears like the DUEX Plus followed the same strategy, but it's still worth putting it through its paces and seeing how well it operates, especially since it comes with a premium price tag that hopefully isn't only based on the sliding mechanism. The design and build quality. When compared to the metallic lapel, the Mobile Pixel's DUEX Plus appears to be nearly entirely constructed of plastic and lacks a quality feel and aesthetic. When compared to the metallic lapel, it lacks a premium feel and appearance. The monitor is supposedly designed to operate with laptops ranging in size from 13 to 16 inches. Because the DUEX Plus is almost entirely made of plastic, it will be very light, and that is because it weighs only 1.32 as opposed to the lapel monitor's 1.69. We all know that most people use Ultrabooks because of their light weight, thus the DUEX Plus should not add much weight. The issue is that the plastic is not particularly strong, and moving the monitor is not as easy as it should be. Many people have done it 5 to 6 times in a row and noticed a minor break on one side of the attachment piece. The monitor itself was intact. It is uncertain how well the device will maintain its integrity over time. It appears like this is one of those devices that will quickly fall apart if not used precisely as intended. That said, the mentioned cover piece that attaches to the back of a laptop is constructed of 2 fused parts, one of aluminum alloy and the other of plastic. There are 4 compartments dedicated to the metallic parts that already have magnets installed. The rubber coverings are already on the circular magnet, and Mobile Pixels included a few extra within the package. This rectangular plastic element is joined to the monitor by 2 mechanical hinges that not only allow sliding motion, but also allow the monitor to rotate to around 320 degrees. This implies that the DUEX Plus can be used as a standalone display without being connected to a laptop. It can be connected to any device that supports video output via USB-C, such as the Nintendo Switch, most smartphones, and some small PCs. If the source computer also allows energy output, a single USB-C cable is all that is required to power on the DUEX Plus monitor. The monitor will not turn on until you remove it from the plastic cover, which saves electricity. In addition, there is an odd cable in the packaging that is USB-C at both ends, with one end being angled and the other having an adapter that converts the USB-C connector to a USB-A connector. Lastly, checking the temperature of the monitor, you can use a rugged smartphone, the AGM Glory Pro, and it seems that it runs fairly cool, being only a bit warm. You can see the comparison with my main monitor, a Dell U2515H, which runs much warmer. How about the controls? You can alter the backlight, contrast, saturation, and color temperature by tapping once on the middle button. The last one includes several options, including the usual sRGB. The other presets are 6500K, 9300K, 7600K, or 5800K. Further down, you can enable the eye care mode, which reduces the amount of blue light and has a more modest effect than imagined. In fact, the G sensor option, when enabled, should detect the monitor's position and rotate it accordingly. In some circumstances, it did not recognize it instantly, and I had to adjust it once or twice to comprehend the exact location. Apparently, there is a way to put the DUEX Plus into portrait mode from the OS that you're using with your laptop. For example, on Mac OS, go to System Preferences, greater than Display Direction. Is the DUEX Plus suitable for photo or video editing? The 13.3-inch IPS display of the Mobile Pixel's DUEX Plus has a 1080 pixels resolution, 1920 x 1080 pixels, a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and a 16:9 aspect ratio. 1080 pixels is adequate for a screen of that size, and the 176p pixel density indicates that we should receive a highly sharp and detailed detailed image. The Dell U2515H, which is fantastic for photo editing, only offers 118 ppi, indicating that mobile pixels used a good panel for clarity and sharpness. Nonetheless, this does not provide a whole picture of whether we are dealing with a color-accurate monitor, and, as expected, it's not all that amazing right out of the gate. When compared to the U2515H, it was clear that the colors were not realistic, with the greatest offender being the red, which is quite washed out, while the blue and green hues are a bit more accurate, albeit still lacking in intensity. This should not be misinterpreted as a lack of contrast, because the display is extremely contrasty, pushing the darkest gray tones close to black. Simultaneously, the white appears to be adequately depicted. To improve color accuracy, the panel can be calibrated, and while it may still pale in comparison to a MacBook Pro display, which excels at color accuracy, it may be used for light photo editing. You might look on RTings for a nice profile that you can use to improve your picture. Because this is an IPS panel, there should be no color shift, and after inspecting the display from a different angle, you'll be able to see everything well and without any color changes. How about reflection? The DUEX Plus, like the U2515H, has a matte panel. Thus, there should be no reflection, and it performs an excellent job even when you direct some lights at the screen. So yeah, it performs significantly better than the display on a Lenovo Y520. In terms of brightness, Mobile Pixels claims it will achieve up to 300 nits, which is comparable to what most laptop monitors can provide. If you test it yourself, the brightness appears to be closer to 200 nits with the backlight set to 100 and the temperature set to off. With the naked eye, it's clear that we're not dealing with a particularly bright display. Therefore, it won't perform well outside if there's a lot of light shining straight on the panel. Is the DUEX Plus suitable for gaming? You know, a lot of gamers will immediately say no when they see the 60 Hz refresh rate cap, but a lot of folks won't be bothered with this frame rate, assuming it's even possible to achieve that high given the terrible condition of the GPU market, which is arguable. You should look at the input lag and reaction time. The input lag at 1080 pixels and 60 Hz was roughly 9 milliseconds, which is quite good and ensures that the pixels respond fast to any changes detected by the PCB. The response time was a little trickier because it should ideally stay at 1 millisecond, but the DUEX Plus exceeds that number, reaching around 28 seconds GTG, so the performance is quite close to the LEPO monitor that was tested a few years ago. However, the DUEX Plus was never advertised as being appropriate for gaming, so who is it for? With the exception of extensive photo and video editing, it will perform fantastically well for almost anything else. What's the power consumption rate? The Mobile Pixels DUEX Plus is reported to have a power usage of 4.5 dOE when the monitor is set to maximum brightness. You can test it yourself with a small voltmeter. As you can see, the rated power input is approximately 5 dOE, so it is not far from the advertised amount. Keep in mind that a full-fledged monitor consumes significantly more power. Therefore, these portable gadgets are far more energy efficient. Before we dive too further into the performance of the DUEX Plus, consider what Mobile Pixels has accomplished with relative simplicity. They've created a real secondary display for a laptop that works well. They even have a triple monitor available, can be carried around with a portable computer without being a nuisance, and takes up only a few inches more space in your backpack. Only for these reasons is the DUEX Plus worth considering. It's not a gaming monitor, and it's not great for photo/video editing, but its panel is more than adequate for basic everyday use or work. What you can modify is the build quality, which shouldn't be overlooked because there are a lot of squeaks, cracks, and the monitor kind of derails at times, so maybe they improve this element in future monitors. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Don't hesitate to comment in the comment section.